The skies are clear, and it's a cool, starry night. And you're out camping with your kids and you want to build a fire. You pile up the twigs and pieces of wood that are as dry as possible, and using a safe, combustible fuel, light it up and create a crisp, strong, burning flame. Nothing beats the nurture and warmth of this fire, right? Well, guess what? This nourishing fire is inside of you and is the basis of your health. It is what is powering up each and every one of your systems. Ayurveda has an impactful term for this, the all-important metabolic fire called Agni. And just like that campsite blaze, your metabolic Agni too depends on the right fuel and weather conditions to burn long, bright, and steady. And here's the most exciting bit. Even the next bite of food you're planning to put in your mouth can support this fire, if it is the right fuel. It can keep your health in optimal state, protecting you from almost every conceivable health issue. Not just that, it can keep your skin clear, your energy levels high, and your lungs powerful. So how can you ensure that you are feeding your body with the right fuel, the food that keeps your digestion optimal, your hormones balanced, and the cardiovascular system functioning well? And even more importantly, how you can understand the must-avoid foods and habits that put out your metabolic fire, causing it to go haywire and promoting chronic disease. And so what is this out-of-whack mechanism? Do you know this process behind something called metabolic syndrome, which is linked to so many health conditions that you will be absolutely surprised to know the number? Can healing just one mechanism, just one syndrome, can it really enhance the way your body works, leaving you feel refreshed, lucid, and feeling healthy? And the most crucial bit, can you really heal this syndrome through eating the right food and following the best lifestyle choices? To answer this question, absolutely yes. If food can disrupt your metabolism, Ayurveda also tells us that food can restore health, and the results are almost instantaneous. Within days of switching to the proper choices, the first palpable change you will see is your improved energy level. Your sleep quality will follow next, and in a few days, you may find that your brain fog is lifting, and your skin issues starting to clear, and so much more. So, if healing this metabolic syndrome, the one syndrome which is the silent precursor to so many lifestyle and endocrine disorders, can begin with your next meal, why aren't you doing it already? Well, because most of us don't have enough information about metabolic syndrome. And because some of our so-called healthy food habits are actually promoting metabolic syndrome in our bodies. And some of these food habits may even have been suggested to you by your Ayurvedic practitioners. This is something very surprising and is one of the biggest reveals that the latest health research has uncovered. So how will you learn about the food and lifestyle mistakes that might be contributing to your less than optimal metabolic function? And how do you tackle metabolic syndrome in a holistic manner? To answer all these questions and to share an Ayurveda-inspired approach towards healing your metabolism, I want to share with you a new course I have created with the Ayurveda Experience platform, Ayurveda and Metabolic Syndrome. If this course had to be summed up in one phrase, I would call it myth-busting. You will learn that your cells becoming desensitized to insulin and your frustrated body having to produce more insulin is one of the malfunctioning processes driving metabolic syndrome. In this course, you will learn how producing too much insulin isn't just responsible for diabetes like we know, but even cardiovascular health and mental health and digestive health. But here's the best part. Because metabolic syndrome is linked with so many health conditions, simply focusing on improving the way your body handles insulin will create dramatic turnarounds in your health. And this will happen whether you already have metabolic syndrome, whether you are predisposed to it, and even if you are not. How to tell if you have metabolic syndrome. You will learn the 3 criteria that can tell you if you are prone to or already have metabolic syndrome, and how to start healing even before the disease takes root in your body. Discover the 1 ratio that can help predict your chances of developing heart disease and diabetes. You will learn how your bathroom scale is an outdated health monitoring tool. There is another simple ratio that you should be watching instead of how these little changes in this ratio are surefire signs that your Agni is malfunctioning. And this ratio, by the way, has little to do with how much you weigh. It can be optimal in people you consider overweight and poor, seemingly in very fit, skinny-looking people. How to prevent your pre-diabetes from developing into full-blown diabetes. So many cases of prediabetes can be successfully healed from turning into type 2 diabetes by improving metabolic function. You will learn the right foods, supplements, and nutrients, as well as exercises to nip diabetes in the bud. How to bust the biggest food myths out there. Have you ever been advised to eat a low-fat, meatless diet to stay healthy? Well, guess what? This might be the biggest health mistake you have been making. You will learn that so many of these food rules are outmoded and ineffective, and in fact push your body into producing more insulin. And you will also learn the right food to eat to keep your blood sugar and insulin levels balanced throughout the day, keeping your metabolism on track. How to beat metabolic syndrome. You will learn the right Ayurvedic diet according to your constitution, according to the doshas that dominate your physiology. You will learn why some of you must actually eat more fat than proteins to heal metabolic syndrome. This is something conventional dietary advice will never tell you. You will also learn the proper cooking methods for certain foods, like vegetables and legumes, and the proportion of food groups you should be eating according to your constitution. Which foods you need to stop buying and eating today. And you will learn the one food group you must avoid, not just to heal metabolic syndrome, but to prevent it from occurring in your body. You will learn about the high glycemic foods to stay away from, and the foods that are actually causing hepatic injury and harming your liver. You will learn why Ayurveda does not equal vegetarianism. You may have been advised to practice vegetarianism by your healthcare practitioner. And while this might work for some people, it does not work for many. One of the biggest myths out there is that an Ayurvedic diet means that you can't eat any meat. You will learn that meat does have its place in the Ayurvedic diet, the forms in which it should be consumed to build a power bank of minerals in your body, the animal proteins Ayurveda recommends, and which it discourages us from consuming, and why a low-protein diet may be worsening your metabolic syndrome. How to get maximal gains from your grains. You will learn why cereals such as rice are not all that bad if consumed in the right form, and why legumes are not as good for your metabolism as you might think. You will also learn why the proper, traditional ways of preparing these grains are the best. Hint, the boiled legumes you are eating as a good source of protein may actually be causing inflammation in your gut. And how to temper legumes to maximize their health benefits. Which key nutrients and supplements you ought to be eating to heal metabolic disease. Did you know that a little-known element called vanadium is very important for your health, and that most of us are deficient in it? And do you know the herbs and leafy greens that are rich natural sources of this element? You will find all these important answers in this course about the nutrients that can heal metabolic disorder. I'm talking about serious conditions like diabetic neuropathy or psoriasis. You will learn about the amounts of minerals and nutrients you should be consuming on a daily basis, about the foods that are rich in these nutrients, and you will even discover the specific compound forms in which nutrients have to be consumed to optimize metabolic function. How to prevent and improve circadian disorders. You will learn the Ayurvedic dinacharya, or daily routine practices that help you stay aligned with natural rhythms. By the way, did you know that straying from these cycles is one of the primary causes that disrupts the body's insulin response? How to optimize your time by exercising more effectively for metabolic health. In your busy lifestyle, it is very important to follow a model of exercise called Vyayama in Ayurveda that gives you the most metabolic benefit in a short period of time. You will learn the specific, exact exercise Ayurveda recommends to build immunity and make your cells more responsive to insulin, rather than merely shed the pounds. How to consume botanicals to heal every manifestation of metabolic syndrome. Metabolic syndrome manifests as acne for some, for others something like alopecia or hair loss, prediabetes or diabetes for others, and poor liver health too. You will learn the herbs that help to improve each and every one of these functions to strengthen your overall metabolism. Botanicals such as orange peel to speed your digestion, or rosemary to enhance the function of blood vessels, and shilajit to improve kidney function, and many more. But that's not all. You will learn the one reason why children from so-called undeveloped regions actually have a healthy gut microbiome than children in developed nations. You will learn the one crucial food group the Western diet has completely overlooked that leads to the widespread occurrence of metabolic syndrome, and how you can include this in your diet today. You will discover valuable insights, such as the 20 comorbidities your poor metabolic function may be causing, and why you need to stop buying the Western-style yeast-risen bread and find a healthier option that will support your health, and how post-industrialization food practices and consumption techniques have hugely contributed to metabolic imbalances. And this puts a whole new sinister implication on why Marie Antoinette said, "Let them eat cake." You will also learn traditional food preparation methods that can start reversing these metabolic problems, strengthening your Agni, supporting your pancreas, kidneys, and liver. And there is another benefit to this course. Through this course, you can learn to shed those years of bad habits that have been upsetting not just your metabolism, but that of your family. You can improve metabolic health across generations and reverse the effects of industrialization, all those poor lifestyle habits that play havoc on your digestion, including that of your loved ones. It gives you, above all, very effective tools that allow you to build a lifetime of health, happiness, because metabolic syndrome is linked with so many conditions. Simply focusing on improving your insulin response can transform your life, and this course shows you how. This Ayurveda Experience e-course is available in 3 formats: silver, gold, and platinum. In the silver version, you get to watch the course online within minutes of ordering. If you order the gold version, you'll get the course delivered to your doorstep, free of cost, in the form of a DVD. And in the platinum version, not only will you get the DVD delivered for free, you will also get instant digital access to the course. You still unsure? You can sample the course to make up your mind. The e-course comes with an absolutely free 60-day money-back guarantee, so you can return it if you are not completely satisfied with the product. If you would like to enhance your family's health naturally and holistically, if you would like to learn a more targeted, more effective way of healing your entire metabolic system, waking up each day with renewed energy, with mental clarity and a sense of well-being, come join me in strengthening your fiery metabolic core. Namaste.